supporting free speech doesn't mean you have to support racism. With the recent banning of the kill stream and Ethan Ralph, YouTube and Google have set a dangerous precedent that will affect the way people communicate on the internet for at least the next couple of years. We can cover the story and we can express our views, but how we as a community respond to it is much more important.
Yeah, and that's going to come down to making sure that we hold true to our values, all our values, not only supporting free speech. Supporting free speech does not mean you must condone or support immoral or destructive ideas or behavior.
Ethan Ralph never supported or voiced radical ideas. He never supported racism. All he did was allow his audience to shitpost on his chat streams.
He did occasionally have some edgy guests, but he wasn't advocating those ideas himself.
All the edgy kids have found it humorous to trigger the regressive left by saying things that are obviously racist in nature. Most of these people didn't really believe the words they were parroting. They only did it to annoy, to trigger. And for the most part, it was a simplistic approach to humor. Dropping a random in-bob in a chat or saying Hitler did nothing wrong was just to get a chuckle out of a lot of people.
You can trigger the regressive left with the truth. You can be humorous with pointing out the flaws in what they believe, but it remains an immature and counterproductive joke to make, to drop N-bombs or to say things that are explicitly racist on purpose just to get a rise. You shouldn't be silenced for making jokes like that, but you should realize how it hurts your own cause. Why would you feed into the delusion that America is bigoted, that drives these regressives to try to limit your speech and strip away your freedoms using the power of government? You give validity to their arguments when you make those jokes. It's a funny joke lighting the match and watching the world burn until you realize you live in that world.
One of the things I think people need to notice is also that's what they want to hear. And if it isn't what they wanted to hear, then why do so many activists get busted for scrawling swastikas and defacing synagogues?
Yes, it's true. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that time has passed. The authoritarian left is now in a permanent state of being triggered. They've been mocked and made to look stupid for at least 2 years now, and they're striking back. They're on a campaign of mass deplatforming because they can't win in the marketplace of free ideas. Before Ethan Ralph, they even made an attempt at PewDiePie. YouTube has restricted super chat rules, they banned certain content creators, and they tighten the noose on right-leaning creators daily. That's why I feel something has to be said. We support free speech, but we don't endorse or approve of racist remarks in our chat.
I want to point out one small correction. You said that they've been made to look stupid for the last 2 years. They've been stupid, and we've been pointing it out. They've done this to themselves, and we can do that without actually giving them what they want and being what they say we are unjustly.
Yeah, but they found a tactic to come back at us, right? Essentially, and I'm not saying that people that are leaving these comments are actually racist. I don't actually believe that they feel what they're saying, right? They're just saying shit just to get a rise out of people. But it is kind of important to know that this is what they're after us for. So you're kind of fucking us over when you're putting that stuff in the chat.
Exactly. It doesn't mean that you'll be silenced if you choose to say racist things on our channel or in our comment section. We're not going to ban or block anyone just for speaking their mind. It means that we don't support a racist message against any group. For the same reason it's wrong to say kill all men or white people are colonizers, it's wrong to say bigoted things about women or black people. We're morally consistent. We don't say what they're doing is wrong and then copy their tactics back at them. You might think saying these things are funny or edgy, but they're antithetical to what we believe.
Yes.
You may believe that you're being funny when you type that joke about Jews or blacks, but trust me, you're harming your own cause when you do that. Not only are you taking the easiest and most simplistic approach at humor, but you give YouTube a reason to clamp down harder on the content creators that you supposedly support. Random racist remarks aren't edgy anymore. They're as tired and played out as Kekistan as far as I'm concerned. So think before you post, people.
Yes, think about what you're saying. Keep in mind that my goal, and I believe the goal of all of us here, is to win the war of ideas. And you do that by convincing people to believe better ideas. My goal is to show those on the regressive left what they believe is wrong, or what's wrong with what they believe. I want to show them that social justice ideology is hateful and misguided, and also that conservatives are not hateful and bigoted. It makes it difficult to show people that when people who claim to support us are trying to appear racist and bigoted for laughs, imagine someone watching one of our videos starts to think that our arguments make sense, and they want to explore further, and they think we're nice people, and they come to our Discord and wanted to talk to us further about issues because we spark something in them, and they think, oh, maybe conservatives aren't evil. And then as soon as they come into our Discord, the first thing they hear is someone dropping an N-bomb and saying we should gas all the Jews. or send all the black people back to Africa. If that's a person who obviously is opposed to that racism and has been told that we are racist, they're going to have it cemented in their mind, yes, even if they make good arguments, they're still racist. Their supporters are still racist. And if it doesn't matter to them what the context is, it doesn't matter that it was a joke that you were making. They don't see it that way. And imagine if you were a black person coming into our Discord who's, is coming to the Conservative Party for the first time and hearing these arguments for the first time, and they hear, oh, someone thinks they should send all black people back to Africa. This group doesn't want me. What you're doing is you're hurting the ability for us to communicate ideas to these people. You're shutting off the conversation. You're hurting us and our arguments.
Don't ever for once think that we don't get the gag or we're boomers and don't understand it. I know that the whole joke of this is just to see how far you can go with like a certain thing, right? Before people are like, wow, holy shit. That was the whole reason for PewDiePie going on to Fiverr and just seeing what people would do before they go, I ain't doing that. No, here's your money back. You know what I mean? And that's what the joke was. It was edgy at the time. I think the meme's kind of dead now. Just always keep in mind the other people that are viewing our content and what you're putting out there, because it obviously really hurt the kill stream in this situation.
Free speech is important, and that includes the right to offend, always. But how about you be a little smarter about it? How about you offend people who say stupid things, not offend people by saying stupid things yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you say to this? What do you say to this? It's so hard to call your own audience out on shit.
It's not the vast majority of the Cubs that watch us.
No,
there's a few select people who think this is hilarious, and I think that they're pushing away people who could be convinced to not be radical SJWs are trying to change our culture to take away their freedoms. There's bigger ramifications here. You can maintain your free speech and maintain your ability to offend, but focus your efforts on something productive.
We're not trying to stop anybody from expressing themselves, but guess what? We don't have to agree with it.
We're not silencing you. You can do what you want. We're just expressing our free speech and showing you what our opinions are.
But here's what I'm saying is I know that people that do this, they're doing it for the purpose of just getting that reaction. They don't believe this stuff. They don't believe like racist sentiment. They don't have that in their hearts. They're doing it just for that reaction. And what I'm saying though is like right now we're in a climate where that's a risk to what we're actually trying to accomplish here.
Hello Cubs, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, and if this is your first time and you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. And if you want YouTube to ignore your request for notifications from my channel, hit that bell button. It won't do anything, but at least you'll feel like you accomplished something. And if you want to support my channel financially, please check out my Patreon. Even $1 a month goes a long way. Monthly donations through Patreon, buying stuff from my merchandise store, or simply by watching and liking my videos. No matter what way you choose to support my channel, I thank you very much for your support.